I don't know. I've never done this before.
Well, first time for everything.
Okay.
We're finally doing
This
it.
is so weird. This is too weird.
Oh, it's your first one, so of course it's gonna be weird.
Okay, let's do it.
But how was your day today?
It was good.
Good. How's
Yeah.
work?
Work was good. Same with thing.
Did you finish your invoice?
Oh yeah, I met goals today. So
What was your goal?
135.
135 invoices?
Mm-hmm.
How many did you do?
140, I think.
So you went 5 over?
I did.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope you're not ready for this.
I am ready for this.
Okay.
Like I said, we're just having a conversation. We're just talking.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And so you were the one that brought up the introduction part. So
Well, I thought that we should do a introduction first before we dive into our studies
okay.
versus going straight to the studies.
Well, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing this in the first place?
I believe for 2020 we should keep each other accountable more. Not just business wise, but spiritual wise and relationship wise. So
Okay.
this is why I brought it up.
Okay. So then, now for the introduction, what did you want to share in the introduction?
Why are you asking me questions? This is supposed to be a two.
It is gonna be a two thing.
thing.
I just want everybody that's watching this to.
Oh, shoot. I just kind of rubbed my nose. Can you cut that
No,
part
it's
out?
fine.
No, it's not.
It's fine.
It's not. It might look weird.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So you want to just introduce ourselves, our name,
Our background, how we met,
Oh, you want to talk about that kind of introduction?
Oh, we don't have to go way back. That's just
like how we met, how long we've been married, and all that.
Yes.
About us.
About us, what we do, our future goal plans, and what is this going on forward every week studies going to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we both said that we were gonna start reading the Bible together, right? And then start breaking it apart to kind of dissect.
I wouldn't say dissect, but I think we should hit one of the family planned studies that they already have, so that way they already have the curriculums for us to follow through versus us just dissecting.
Where are we gonna get that from?
Of course, your phone, the app.
Oh, the Bible app.
Family app.
Okay.
Family life app.
Okay.
Yes. So
then we're gonna be doing this every week then?
Sure, it could be every week thing.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Okay.
Okay, and so how did we met? You want to share the story, or you want me to share the story?
Oh, you share your side of the story, and then I'll share my side of the story. I'll just come in if it's not correct.
So, we met through my nephew Sony, right? He introduced you to me through the phone first, and then from there we started dating on and off, like man, way back. Like you want to share the age during that time?
No. Let's just disclose.
So then okay, that happened in 2003 when we were dating on and off, and then
we were just young.
I'm 30 now, and you're 27.
Just turned 28.
Yeah, just turned 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just turned 28 now, and I just turned 30 this year, 2019. So everybody could do the math. we met in 2003, on and off.
Yep.
And then we got married in 2007. So then they could do the math from there too. And then we have Cherish, the oldest daughter, and then we have Dante, the youngest son. Dante's what, 8? Cherish is 11. Just turned. Both of them just turned that age this year. Yeah. Yeah, but in a couple months,
she's turning 12.
In a couple months, I'll be turning 31.
You 31, she'll be 12.
She'll be 12. Yep. And then Dante will turn 9. In a couple months. Baby. So yeah, the rest is history. We've been here ever since 07. Actually, theoretically, we've been together since 03. 03. Well, we've known each other since 03. We've been together since 07, basically.
Yeah, well, we were off and on.
I know, that's what I said. We were off and on. So, is the story pretty accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I go deeper?
You don't need to. Save that for another video, another day.
They could comment, and they could mention it if they want to see more details about that. Okay. So then every week we're gonna dive into like a plan that's scripture based, and we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah. And maybe it could help others see how a real relationship is. Not how a real relationship is, but how other relationship is.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
Like I'm pretty and I'm pretty sure our relationship could have similarities and relate to other like other relationships too out there. You know, like I'm pretty sure we're not special, right?
Definitely not
special. We don't have anything going on that's special, and you know, we have just as many flaws as everybody out there, and we're still working on it. Right? Or are we perfect? Like, we're perfect, right? Right?
Not even close. That would just be a dream come true if everyone's relationship is perfect, but it's not.
So. Well, you know, I think some of the things that happen to us, like the bad things too, at least I feel this way. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like whenever we argue or like whenever we go through challenging times or certain things where we go through our differences together, it gets us closer together, because then now we know how to deal with each other. Like, we've done that a lot, right? Since 07.
Many times.
And so and we didn't do it all on our own. We had people that were in our lives, and they helped us through it all, right? So then that right there, it made us stronger in a way. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
What is your take on that?
No, it's true. I mean, like, it's a lesson learned every time. So.
Yeah, it is.
I agree.
Okay, so then did you kind of decide how you wanted to start the study?
We, not just me, but it has to be
of course us. But then, like, for me, I'm pretty easygoing.
I'm just saying for us to start is because 2020, I do want us to, because if we're going to run a business, I also want us to be online on everything. Otherwise, there would just be a lot of bickering, and you know this.
No.
A lot of bickering, and a lot of things won't meet eyes to eyes. And I just figure if we're gonna go hard in 2020, I want us to be aligned with our spiritual health, our relationships, parenthoods, everything. You know, like what our friends and family always say, ministry start inside your home, and that's what I want us to do. And this is our ministry, our minister to each other, as a couple. So that's really the reason why I wanted to start this. And of course, you saying you want us to be like a podcast.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Even though I kind of
not for the purpose of podcast, but the purpose of documenting. So that way we could go back, watch it, and that way, if one day we get into a fight, I could be like, no, we spoke about that in the movie. Go back and watch that movie, podcast number 1, 2, 3, or whatever. We could reference it.
Right. And not only that, like I do have friends that are married, and I also want them to see that, hey, like my relationship is just as hard as yours too. So
Yeah.
this is how I deal with my relationship.
Do you think we did a good job at dealing with each other's issues?
Not really.
Why?
It's a learning progress. But I'm learning. 2019.
What do you think is our biggest issue? Why we argue?
Shoot, honestly, just pride.
Pride?
And ego.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Between both of us, or just you?
Well, I'm speaking for myself.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
I think
because sometimes I do not want to submit just because I like being the alfalfa.
The alpha.
Or alpha, whatever you say.
The alpha.
The alpha. I like to
alfalfa.
Whatever. Okay. Well, I like to like know that I'm in control. Just because sometimes I know your decision is not the same like my decision, and sometimes your decision is a little bit more risky for me. I'm more in the safe zone, like what if this happened? I need backup plans, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So and then when you come in and make me feel like, shoot, I need to huff and puff higher than yours, not higher than yours, but louder than.
Sometimes I do feel that. Sometimes I feel like you hate taking orders from me. And so then you get all mad, and then that's when we start arguing, right? Because like I'll talk back, and then you get really mad.
You do that a lot.
or I'll give you a order, and then you'll be like, no. You won't say no directly, but you'll give me an attitude that you don't want to follow it because you want to be the one that has a say in it. And then if I don't bite my tongue, then we'll argue.
Well, vice versa all the time. And honestly,
I don't feel good whenever I bite my tongue. It's
don't.
so hard to do.
I don't either. It is hard, as raw as it is. It's hard to do. Like bite your tongue and just throw that pride away, And honestly, 2019, I learned a lot. Doing one-on-one with one of the best. She taught me how to throw my pride away. She taught me how to submit more. She taught me a lot of things. She taught me how to be the bigger person. So, for example, just like how we got into a little argument. Is it last Friday? Last Friday, huh?
Was it last Friday? Well, what did we fight about? I
forgot. The bed frame.
Bed frame? What bed frame?
Moving the bed frame. Ooh, I think I kind of snorted there.
I'm forgetful.
The bed frame?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
In the shed.
Right. So, of course, we spoke about it. We squashed it. But then let me tell you, I wasn't.
Let me tell you.
I wasn't planning to like come. I wasn't planning to come and say, "Oh yeah, chill. Let's go." I was just gonna sit and let the night be, whatever.
Me too.
and then of course, my greatest mentor, the best mentor.
I think you could say her name. She would want you to say her name.
No, not yet. She
would want you to say her name.
No, I need to ask her.
Because she's going to watch this. And she's going to be like, I think I know who it is. So Nally, who's that mentor?
I need to ask for her consent first.
She's going to want her name.
No, but I need her consent first.
She's going to want her name.
I
already know.
That's just how things going to work. But she texts me. She's like, just be the bigger person. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't want to right now. Like, I'm angry. He didn't listen. He talked back. He he don't care about my well-being. If I'm gonna get like, what if I get hurt? Whatever. Like, no, I'm not gonna go in there and be the person to submit first. But then, like, I thought about it, I was like, okay, let's... Well, I did it in a petty way.
You did.
Because my pride...
do it in a petty way. I was like, okay, fine.
Because my pride was still there. And then, on the drive, and then, of course, we spoke, and then, of course...
Who started the conversation?
You did.
Uh-huh. I sure
Hey,
did.
but then I apologized.
You did, yeah.
So...
But it took me mentioning it.
But then...
Because I was just going to be like, you know what? I'll see what she's going to say. This is a 30-minute drive. Let's see if she speaks up. And then right when we were getting close, I'm like, you know what? She's not speaking up. Let me mention it.
Yeah, but then we were kind of heated still. The vibe was still there.
I was constantly thinking about it, though. I was like, I wonder if she's going to apologize.
I was thinking of that too.
I wonder if she's going to start it. Or am I going to have to start it?
I was waiting for my apology. But then, of course, the apology right when we got there. But, yeah, like, this year, 2019, I've just learned to let go a lot of pride and just let it go. Let things go.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
It is. And it's still show and it's still there sometimes, but then it's definitely hard to do. I mean, for me,
it's so hard.
I hate to be like the Bible says, for us to be
wives submit to your husband.
Right. And then I just don't like
and
that.
Husbands receive it.
I just don't like that verse. Like, I feel like, why? Like, why should I submit to my husband? But then...
What verse is that?
I don't know.
I'm curious. Can I look it up?
I kind of forgot.
I want to look it up. Okay. Wives submit to your husbands.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Colossians 3:18. So the NIV version says, "Wives, submit yourselves to your husbands as fitting in the Lord." I love that verse.
I don't kind of like that verse.
It's also in Ephesians 5:22.
Mm-hmm.
Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord.
Right. So every time when that verse is brought up to me, I'm always fighting against it.
I love that verse.
Just because I feel like as women, as a wife, we should like be on the same level as our husband. You know, versus like, oh, I have to be a little step lower from you. You know, like
just a tiny bit.
Like I want to be above and beyond, you know, just take control of everything.
You're like your mom.
No.
Yes, you are. Your mom's like that. But your dad just don't say nothing.
Well, I like to.
I'm not your dad.
Okay, well, I'm not saying you are. But then I just like to know where we're going, what's our next steps. I like to see the whole layout of it. And then when you take a risky path, it just shifts me elsewhere to like, man, like I need to get you back to I need to get you back. I need to, you know, everything, because things, sometimes you do risky things. It's
well, that's my job.
It's not comfortable.
So just like you know, the Bible says, wives, submit yourselves to your husbands. The Bible, what does it say about the guy? You know, like husbands lead your family, right? And then I think that's in. Let me see.
No, did the Bible say it?
Yeah, it does.
Let me pull my Bible out too.
So it says here.
Yeah, so while you're looking that up, 2019, I definitely learned a lot to let things go and to submit more as what the Bible is saying. How do you think I'm doing?
Say it again.
I
was reading.
This is the type.
I was reading. I was finding the Bible verse.
Okay. You're lucky.
See, this is why I want to record it, because then you can't yell at me. You got to double check yourself.
Okay, so I'm saying that this is what I learned from 2019, to let go of things and to submit. How do you think? Let
go of what things? Like cell phone things?
No, like let go of your annoyance.
Mine?
Yes. I'm learning
how. So I'm the thing.
So listen, hear me out. So a part of my one-on-one, sometimes I learned how to become a better spouse, which is a better wife for the learning from 2019, letting things go, which is you sometimes do annoy me. The things you do, the things you say, because you're very unfiltered. You don't think twice before you say anything. And sometimes your actions is just very childish. So I've learned to let go of those.
That's good.
Sometimes.
Work in progress. You're doing a good job compared to before. You've grown.
Okay.
So no, you have. You have grown. Mm-hmm. So that's good.
Okay.
So I'm letting you know that right now.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be like, "You're not mad? Really? Normally around this time you'll be mad. You'll be jumping all over the place. Like whenever we get into arguments, sometimes I'll expect you to I'll expect you to like snap like how you normally do, but then you haven't. So that's why. Okay. That's good. Well, anyways, I found it. Okay. It's on Ephesians 5:23. It says, "The husband is the head of the wife, just as Christ is the head of the church. The church follows the lead of Christ." So, because the husband is the head of the wife, the husband leads the wife. The husband leads the family. So then, going back to what you were saying earlier about how my decision sometimes is risky, of course, that's part of leading the family sometimes because, we're going to new territory and I have to kind of put the risk factor in to see whether it's a good idea to move forward or not, because then if I don't move forward, if we just stay where we're at, then what if you're like not content? Then I'm just gonna lead us into a life to where we don't take any risk, we don't grow ourselves because you can't grow and take risk at the same time. You can't, because when you're growing, you're taking risk, whether it's on yourself or whether it's on somebody else. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, but then sometimes your decision don't involve my decision in it.
Well, so that's true.
So that's true. Different comparing to me saying that why I kind of regulate things sometimes because you do things without letting me know. Yeah. Yes. So that's the reason why I say what I say. But then, of course, you're the man of the house, you lead. But then when your decision do not include my decision, then that's a different story.
I'm working on that.
Okay. That's
Can
good.
You tell? Sure. You
okay. Tell, right? Well, we're getting off topic. We're not really diving.
No, this is good.
Right, but then we're not really
introduction.
Diving into any.
Next week will be the one where we dive into it. Right?
Any studies or anything? Yes, but then yes.
We just gave you a reference.
Okay, well, this is my 2019 of learning process. To focus how to be a better spouse, wife, mother, type of thing.
So then that was the goal for 2019.
That's for myself only.
2019 is ending.
I know.
So your goal for 2020 for both of us is to keep each other accountable.
Well, this is my individual 2019 of self-growth, which is, of course, the focus is to become a better individual, spouse. What I say. I feel like I repeat this a lot, but then
that's fine.
But then this is my 2019 self-growth. I don't know about yours. What are you working on?
So this year I was focusing a lot on helping you on your new business. Well, we just started on.
I know, but then we're not talking about business yet. We're talking about like self-growth, like what
this year.
What are our flaws that we're working on? What is our part of duty that we're working on? Just like what I was saying.
This year was a hard year for me. I really didn't really have a one-on-one like I normally do, So this year I would say I did not even think about my self growth at all in that way, like how you've been thinking about you. You know, because for me, I just felt like I don't know. It's maybe that could be for another video, but then like I just feel like this year was such a crazy year for both of us that it hit me pretty hard, and because of that, I don't really have anybody to keep me accountable like how you have your mentor, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think
Because haven't you noticed? Like, I don't do any one on ones anymore like how I used to.
I know, but then I think if we really truly want it, we'll seek it.
That's true. And for me, looking back now, I was still kind of grieving in a way.
Yeah, but have you also? I mean, do you also agree that you kind of got comfortable?
I did. I got comfortable, and I just felt like all I've done was kind of overworked myself in a lot of different ways, to where this year when I got comfortable, I liked it because we went through so much, you know.
Yeah, we did.
And then when I got comfortable, it's like, okay, I don't want to step outside of this anymore because I went through too much and I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
definitely totally
And
different.
I don't think I told you this
No.
yet.
So that's definitely totally different from how I'm getting out of this though.
I know.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like everybody's season is different.
Yeah.
And this is a season that I'm going through right now, and hopefully 2020 that change.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned to you earlier when I sent you that text, that who do you think I should start doing one-on-ones with? You gave me some referrals, you know, some examples of who I could do it with. And like I asked you because I haven't been doing it with anyone.
Yeah, and it's good that you're and that
because I noticed that because I did not do any one-on-ones at all this year intentionally on myself, like that had a big effect on me. Can you tell?
Of course. I mean, like, because if I'm going on a pace where I'm like constantly feeding in myself and you're not, it's not.
Well, you know, I think because we're a couple, you always hear people say like divide and conquer, right? I think it's not so much that I wasn't feeding into myself. I was trying my best to do that by surrounding myself with, you know, my teammates, and the people that we love. You know, occasionally I'll go to the Bible studies in Elk Grove,
And which I'm still very thankful that we have these people.
Yeah, you know. So it wasn't that I was totally out of whack, you know. It's just I did not hit it as hard as I normally did.
Yeah.
The previous couple years, you know, and you know that, you know, like
yeah, of course.
I'm home more often now. I don't go do one-on-one. Yeah, you know, because honestly, I feel like I'm in a place to where I'm so afraid to step outside my comfort zone now, just because of what happened to us this past year or so.
And which you shouldn't let that be an.
I know.
Because it's slowly becoming an excuse.
I know. I realized that it was hurting me a lot personally, and that's why I asked you. You know, that's why I mentioned, hey, why don't we do this? Because then we could document it like how I've always wanted to, and we could talk together. We could keep each other accountable. Yeah. We could, because we don't ever do this.
We don't.
Right? We don't ever. We don't ever do this because we're so busy now with the business, the kids, jujitsu, so many activities going on, holidays now too. Yeah. And like we don't have time at all for ourselves anymore. And so I think this would be good. You know, we could document it. Hopefully we grow together. And then
I mean, which is really the goal, just to grow together. Because I believe that if we grow together, business will grow well too, and not just business,
of course,
but then us.
It's gonna bleed into other areas of our
right.
lives.
And us being parents to our children's kids, should I say?
Mm-hmm.
I just want them to grow us seeing that, okay, like this is how teamwork should be like,
Yeah.
because I just want us to be a, by the end of the day, I just want us to be a good role model to our kids.
Yeah, that's important, and
Yeah.
I think as young parents we're okay. We're not
Yeah.
bad, we're not great, but we're learning and we realize that
Yeah.
we're not in denial.
Yeah, but then like
And like, you always, you never give yourself credit for what you do as a parent. And I always have to remind you that, man, you're bashing on yourself too much. And that's just how you are, you know. But then, like, I think if we had our kids here and they were to talk about us, I don't think they would
I
say it.
don't know.
I don't think they would say anything that bad.
They'll be like,
I think you'll
mommy.
be surprised.
They'll be like, mommy is.
Kind of like how you're surprised about our kids in school. They're doing really good in school, right? And it's shocking because when we see them at home, it's like they don't act that intelligent. But then it's because they're at home. But then when they're at school, they're so smart. Like I go to all the teacher conferences, and like the teachers love our kids. So just like that perspective, if we were to have our kids here and they were gonna talk about us for a whole hour, I think they would say good things about us. That's what I think. Maybe that could be a video for another day.
Yeah, that'll be another day.
But then that's really what I think, because I don't think we did a bad job. Like, because we learn from like other people's mistakes, our own mistakes, and we become better. We're not the best. We still have a lot of changes that we need to implement, but we try.
Yeah, I mean,
we give them tough love, but we also like give them curfews and all that too.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm just saying, like of course it's always a growing process. Not process but progress. And like it sucked to hear that 2019 isn't really going well for you, while I came out.
Well, in that area of my life where it's self-development, I don't think it's going as well as I would have wanted to. But in other areas of my life, it's flourishing. Like other things are flourishing.
Yeah.
So every year it's gonna be like that because I can't focus on everything all at once.
Of course, but I also believe self-growth is always the most important.
Of course.
And like I say, like 2019 for me was about a lot of self-growth, how to become a better wife, especially. That was my priority. How to become a better wife, because I feel like I do step on your toes a lot sometimes, and to a certain where like I don't respect you in your place. And of course I have to self-check myself, like, hey, like I can't be always doing that. So that's why I do all these one-on-ones. And along with that, like slowly breaking down to, okay, business, career wise, those little things will trickle down. But then the main part is, how can I be a better wife, better mother, individual, like person. So that was my way of coming out of 2019, to focus on self-development. And then now in 2020, like I also want you to have that also, like while I still going to continue my self-development. And I think that's just very important.
No, it is. Self-development is very important,
right? That's also
exciting,
but then also very like blinded, like it's scary, like I don't,
because again, you don't take risk. You're not used to taking risks,
right?
And it's new territory.
So that's why, like,
that's what I mean by like I have to be the one that makes the decisions when it comes to risk factor, because that's just me.
But you have to do it with my decision in it too.
Of course.
Then in 2020, like going in, my other focus is, how can I become a good agent, or how can I continue to grow this staging business, And it's hard because I still have a 9 to 5, and I'm stuck at work for 8 hours and come home doing all that. So it's a slow progress for me as I go one step
But
at
I
a
think
time.
you're doing good, you know, even though you're not dedicating full time to the staging business right now, you're doing good, you know, like next year I think it's gonna be even better, you know, but then you're gonna be focusing more on the real estate side than the
Right.
staging, which I think you're gonna do good at that too, because your mentor is gonna be training you on that, and you're gonna do great.
Yeah.
As long as you listen to your mentor, that's it. Just don't reinvent the wheel. Listen to your mentor. Whatever she tells you to do, just do it as best as you can.
Yeah.
And
She's
then,
amazing.
yeah, and then I
So I'm
think
just so thankful that having a mentor is just great. Not just great, but it's just so awesome because there's things that you don't see of yourself and they're able to like call you out, you know, like, hey, like that's you're not
they're
supposed to.
willing to call you out.
Yeah, and that is something
That's the
that
difference.
I need, you know, like I don't like things to be sugar coated.
Yes, I like that too, because that way I don't have to tell you the thing I told you so. I could just go tell her to tell you, and then you're listening to her.
No.
But really, it's for me. So see, I like that better.
It works both ways for our mentors too. Like,
so I like
yeah.
it like that. So you need your one-on-ones, because then it makes you sane.
Yeah.
Makes you sane when you come home.
Well, you know, like just not just the mentor too. Really the foundation is truly God. You know, I honestly think if it wasn't for
we just need to
for that path, then I don't think we'll like, you know, get along with each other as much as this.
Yeah, there's certain principles that we've learned, you know, from our walk with God, and we're applying it as best we can.
Yeah.
So that's the difference, you know. I think if it wasn't for the knowledge of all of those principles, then we wouldn't know how to apply it, you know. And like for the past couple of years, we've had people that kind of pushed us to apply those principles, keep us accountable in a way, right? That's why we were able to,
which I'm really thankful for.
yeah, and so today we still have people like that. So we just gotta continue to self-develop on our own time, also, not just depend fully on only the one-on-ones too, you know. So that's what I need to work on too, is I need to get back into my one-on-ones with people, keep me rooted, keep me grounded, so that way I could become a better husband to you.
That'd be amazing.
So that, like how you're being a great spouse to me.
Well, I'm not that perfect yet, but
I
then
am.
sure, but then you know, it's a work in progress, and really, this is something that we could grow into in 2020. But then
Yep. All right. You want to end it there? You think that's good enough?
I don't know. I feel like it's not off.